The digital world is offering the possibility of becoming a world by itself. From socializing to shopping to working, even learning, everything goes. Everything that we do every day can now be done in a two-dimensional screen world. For the first time ever, life in front of a smartphone or a computer is competing with the real world. These powerful, interactive screen technologies are not just exciting experience, but also they are critical tools that are reshaping our minds and even modifying our cognitive processes with both benefits but also with problems. But no worries, this is not going to be the classical catastrophic speech about how dangerous the technology is. Of course not. It is only that I firmly believe that if we acknowledge that we are highly influenced by the technology, we are going to be in a better position to get the best from it. Had you ever seen a 3-year-old child playing with an iPad? It's amazing to see how fast they learn. They can even install applications or perform searches without having learned to write or read. Yeah, that's just amazing. But they are playing with these devices. They literally disappear, absorbed by the screens. No more noise, no more cries, no more laughter. They, as if they were hypnotized, they seem to be disconnected from the real world. They don't smile. I really miss the laughter when they are playing this kind of devices. According to the last studies, it is supposed that too much time with the screens is related to a lack of empathy. But for me, this is not new. It is only that you expand the time spent in front of the screen. It's time spent away from the real world and from the real people. So, if you haven't rehearsed the basics of the non-verbal communication, such as the eye contact, the voice modulation, body language, and the physical contact, you are not going to be particularly good at it. Believe me when I say that I really know what it means not being particularly good at social skills. Most of my professional life I've been a software engineer, which means that there were days that I didn't need to say a word to do my job in an outstanding way. I still remember how I hated the conference calls especially with teams abroad from India or from USA. I always said, why not to write a mail? It would have been faster. If I had been programming, my time would have been more valuable. At that period of my professional life, the interactions with others were a threat instead of an opportunity. Luckily, I'm evolving. I needed many hours of rehearsals. I had to get out of my comfort zone many times. But accepting that my lack of social skills was a limitation was the first step to start thriving. Speaking to geeks, the engineers, everybody says that they are not as good as others with the social skills. But it is only that we don't practice enough. That's all. That's all. By the way, nowadays the technology offers also the opportunity to practice our social skills with the social networks, but again, in a limited environment, in a two-dimensional screen world. Did you know that the average Facebook user in a smartphone usually checks his or her status at at least 14 times per day. As it happens with the junk food or the cigarettes, we are becoming addicts to this kind of technologies. And it is because it's something incredible. It seems that every time that we check our Facebook status or we open our Twitter account, dopamine, the molecule of pleasure, is released in our brains, in a certain areas of our brains. This chemical messenger is the same that it is enhanced by the psychoactive drugs. So yearning for likes on Facebook, looking for reassurance, is a symptom that maybe we could be addicted to this kind of technologies. 3 thoughts of the day. The first one, use the digital devices with moderation because they can be addictive. The two-dimensional world is not enough. If you want to develop your full potential, you have to practice.